I was preparing for the right anyways. The left was a bit of a surprise.
It's the day after the big event. Let's review some of the aftermath of Devon versus Vitali and EVW22 in general. First, we got an interview from Grip Kings of Devon Larratt, post-match interview. Let's take a look.
Your words from you. What will we see in Germany?
I'll hopefully be stronger. Hopefully be quite a lot stronger. My right hand's my dominant arm, so, you know, the whole thing, I was preparing for the right anyways. The left was a bit of a surprise, not to take anything away from it.
He did seem super confident on the left that he was in his best shape, but, I mean, he had been saying since months ago that the right is the main focus. That is true.
Vitali, I showed up in my best shape, but I do expect more from the right hand. I expect a hard-fought victory. That's what I expect.
So what's going to be, more pancakes and syrup?
You can never go wrong with pancakes, buddy.
Cool little interview there, but let's look at Denis Cyplenkov's reaction here of Vitali beating Devon. Denis is happy of his brother Vitali getting the W. After all the trash talk, all the drama.
В целом было волнительно, то есть до конца прям все было напряжено. Но в любом случае Ларат, да, там пару моментов было прям уже вроде бы победа, но судьи...
So he's going to complain about the refereeing a little bit. There's a couple moments where it looked like a win, but the referees made a double foul, coincidental foul to drag on the match as much as they could. Also, there were a couple instances of Vitali's elbow going off the back when Devon was flop pressing, and not even off the back, just bobbling up to where that was ruled, I guess, Devon touching his shoulder, which I thought was also a call that potentially was against Devon. So, I mean, there's always going to be some complaints about the refereeing either way, I think. But he says, thank God Vitali didn't give up. He fought to the end, didn't let anyone doubt that he was stronger. Now let's look at a couple matchup polls here, potential matchups. Oleg Petrenko versus Dave Chafee. This would be so interesting after seeing how Petrenko destroyed Todd Hutchings and Dave Chafee did similarly. This person in the comments says they want to see Oleg versus Alijan 2 or Alijan versus Masic. I think Masic was taking a break to do, I guess, focus on WAF Worlds or something like that, if I recall correctly. Tell Masic to stop hiding, says this person. Best 105 kilogram versus best 115. Dave will win, but it can be a hard match. Yeah, I mean, Todd Hutchings, best 95 kg. We saw him try and go right to 115 to beat Dave. That didn't work. Even to 105, he couldn't beat Oleg, but maybe Oleg at 105 can beat Dave or at least make it a close match. So that would be, I think, a good matchup. Let's go to a couple other ones. Camille obviously beat Michael Todd. Meanwhile, he's still not even close to being favored in the polls against Hermes or Levon. Obviously expected against Levon, but still huge favorite for Hermes if he were to face Camille. Left Camille, right Hermes. Yeah, I agree. But after Camille's performance on the right against Michael Todd, definitely makes me think he leveled up, though, to be honest. Camille has got some chances, I see clearly. Definitely, you can't count out Camille with that press. He looked like he totally leveled up in that last match. Camille trained with Hermes in August. Camille's still not at this level. I think he can face Svetkov. Yeah, that's an interesting match maybe. Camille versus Svetkov. I'll make a poll on that one. Couple more polls here. Matt Mask versus Yoshi. Matt Mask is the favorite, but that King's move of Yoshi can be very problematic. Yoshi will eat him, says this person. Matt is like a budget Vitali, one that doesn't have a press and only a portion of the power. Matt couldn't finish him. Yoshi wins. Do people really think Matt is going to win? Yeah, I got to say, Yoshi's endurance, all he needs to do is get a couple stops, and I think he'll probably bleed out Matt. I think that's a tough match for him. But if Matt can win quickly in the first 3 rounds, I think he can win. But Yoshi, I mean, just beat John Brzezinski recently, beat the Ukrainian guy. Definitely an absolute monster. Camille versus Levon. 93% for Levon. Not surprised. Camille really surprised me in this match, but Levon. People are questioning that, but yet they would have given Michael Todd the shot if Michael Todd beat Camille, so it doesn't make sense. Has to be rage bait. Who voted for Camille? Don't set this match. Winner of Vitali and Devon should face Levon. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. But the question is, do they want more time to prepare? going right from their match in April to in June to face Levon? Are they going to want more than, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks after just competing 2 times at EVW22 and then EVW23? So depends if they want to take time. But I wonder what Levon's thoughts are on that match from yesterday. Let's finish with this quote from Vitali. Everything is cool, great. I've defended my belt and glove for the second time. I deserve this. To be honest, it was a bit hard. They allowed Devon to do a lot of things at the table, and they allowed me to do very little. What they allowed Devon to do, they closed their eyes to all of that. There are actually a lot of problems there, but in principle, the problems are not that big. You can deal with them. I always say the main thing is to be stronger by a head, and then everything will work out. Yeah, he definitely made it clear that he deserved that win, I think, undeniably. With my left arm, everything is fine. There were no injuries. He won't have any rest. Soon as he gets back, he's going right back to training for the right arm match that we only have to wait 6 more weeks for, so that's fantastic.